to
War Games!
I'm your host,
War.
Paul, and this is the co-host,
Justin, from Team Justin.
Team
Instead of
Paul.
leading.
Come on.
No, actually it'd be like Team Fiona. I couldn't take the credit from Fee. She'll destroy me.
You're that game. Anyway, this week it's a predictions episode regarding NXT War Games, which
That's not how you say it. That's not how you say it. Come on.
Go ahead.
Feeling with gusto. War Games!
And this will be a short discussion predictions because there's only five. Well, the War Game match.
Well, I think that's the best part about these NXT takeovers is that there's not many matches. They put more onus on the wrestling than.
And why can't they do that when they get to the?
Well, that's a whole other discussion.
Well, yeah, that's true.
One day we're going to go into it, but not today. Today we're going to be talking about the positives, and that's War Games.
5 matches on the card, as we just said. We do not know what particular order.
I think I know what match they're going to start with.
Okay.
I think it's going to be team shots in the morning.
Okay.
But that could be something totally different.
Well, we'll save the war matches for last, as we agreed upon. So, this match, Timothy Thatcher versus
Tommaso. What is wrong with you? Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa.
It's just a singles
Shoot
match.
him and you see what I got to work with.
We generally, this is our first of basically 4 picks that we disagree on.
Yeah, we disagree across the board on this, but I'm going with Timothy Thatcher. I think that this is not only a great way to give Timothy a big win that he needs, but this can almost carry on to something with Ciampa, who hasn't really been winning many takeover matches. You can carry that in and build up a real fiery hatred in Ciampa, who's trying to get back into the winning column. It's going to be an ugly match. They're going to just beat on each other.
Well, now, when you say ugly, you mean like a good,
yeah.
Like it's going to be a good match.
In your face, just beat down with these two, and it's going to be a great match. And you could drop that perfectly in between the War Games matches, too.
You think they will?
Just to like you can really separate these matches into around War Games, another match, Ciampa and Thatcher, another match, and then War Games.
This is the only match that's like basically just a normal one-on-one.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you have the War Games, you have the triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship,
and then the next match that we're going to be talking about is a strap match between Dexter Lumis and Cameron Grimes.
You have
Dexter. I'm going with Lumis.
Yeah, we both agreed.
I think Lumis was on par to have a big push until his injury. And I think that they kind of want to try to build that back up again. And Cameron can take a loss because he does much more comedic stuff than Lumis does. So Cameron can eat that loss and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally the only one we agree on.
Yeah.
So,
next up is the North American Championship,
which is a triple threat match.
Leon Ruff defending against Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest. Would you like to explain why you're wrong?
Well, my NXT knowledge is
thin,
to say the least. However, they do seem like they do like Johnny.
Well, yeah, they love Johnny, but that's not the point. The point is Leon just got the belt, 2 weeks ago?
Does that ever stop WWE?
Yeah, that doesn't stop Raw or SmackDown. This is NXT. If you don't let Leon retain here, then Leon's going to collapse to the bottom of the card. And while it's a nice little run for him here now, he gains the least out of losing.
Now, what...
You can carry on the Gargano and Priest feud without the title. And you can send Ruff into another title defense against somebody else and have them beat Ruff. Because at least he's held it for a little longer.
So, I picked Johnny, you picked Leon, nobody picked...
I almost picked Damian, but again...
You looked at the storyline.
There's no reason for Leon to lose it yet. The next one he can, or 2 or 3 more weeks from now he can, but not now, not in this feud, because then you just prove that he wasn't able to defend his title.
Now, the next match is actually...
War Game number 1!
Yeah, or 2, depending on how this happens on the card.
Yeah, well...
but I'm assuming, not to take any away from the women's War Game, the names involved in this War Games seems like to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the War Game that closes the show.
You got the Undisputed Era versus Pat McAfee.
Kings of NXT.
Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Oni
Locker.
Yeah. I've been hearing a lot about the Undisputed Era. I mean, I know they've been running NXT for
Yeah, they have. They've been
winning multiple championships. However, I think they're strong on Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee's one hell of a promo, and he's good in the ring.
So
but at the same time, unless you're ready to end the Undisputed Era, they gotta win. So I don't think you can give Pat the win unless you're going to continue this rivalry outside of War Games.
Now, question is, since you're more NXT, could they continue this outside of War Games?
Well, yeah, they could. I mean, it's big money. I mean, Pat and Adam Cole have got a great little rivalry going here, and this could just be a match number 2 out of a trilogy between McAfee and Cole.
So, I mean, there you go. So that does put hope that Pat...
This is the one match I can't really decide. It's very hard because they can make an argument either way.
Now,
I'm sticking to the Undisputed Era just because I can't pick
Undisputed
Pat McAfee. I can't do it. As good as he is, I can't pick Pat.
Undisputed Era is the good guys in this one.
Yes.
Okay, because they were once...
Oh yeah, they were the villains one time, but they're always going to be cheered over who's viewed as the outsider in Pat.
So... Now, generally, how long do these work? Like, this is the... how long do you think this War Game pay-per-views... Like, will they give these wrestlers enough of time?
Yeah, they're going to give them time. This is not... You got to not quite like Raw and SmackDown logic to NXT.
Now, with the War Game matches, are they like Survivor Series where they're elimination, or is it...
I think it's elimination style. I can't quite remember.
If we could remember that one, guys, I think that would be an excellent one just to see who gets eliminated then.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a hell of a match. Both of these... this whole card is a hell of a card.
But
except
basically...
for maybe the Loomis and Cameron Grimes one, but...
So, basically, we're separate on that one, too.
I'm going Undisputed Era.
And I got Pat. Do that again.
Team Shotzi versus Team Candice.
Oh, wait, no, we agreed on the first match. I didn't even realize that.
Because you can't read.
I wrote the board.
Team Shotzi. Shotzi Blackheart has been on a hell of a tear this year. And she needs vengeance for the tank. And hopefully she's been building the new tank. It's going to roll in. It's going to run over Robert Stone for old time's sakes. And then, I mean, just look at the team on Team Shotzi. It's
Let's go through the
Shotzi
names.
Blackheart, Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, and Ember Moon.
Those names
that
alone,
is just
gold.
killer's row of a team. I mean, not to put away from Team Candice.
Which includes
Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Toni Storm. I have the plans over, I couldn't remember. But it's going to be a hell of a match, but it's Team Shotzi. It's celebrating on the new tank. It's War Games. Shotzi's face is pretty much synonymous on this War Games.
I went with them because in one of our podcast episodes, which we will be talking about wrestlers to watch out for in 2021, I do have Rhea Ripley as someone to watch out. I think this year was bad for her. Obviously,
She hit that train called Charlotte Flair.
And there was an interview that she lost her confidence, but she is a good wrestler.
Oh, she's fantastic.
So there's no that's more.
Yeah, but you know what? Though, everyone on that match is fantastic. It's just going to be awesome. I think that's going to be opening the show awesome. And they're going to set a very high bar that everyone has to follow.
And now the question is, will the rest of these matches... I'm not a fan of a strap match. I mean...
Strap matches can be good depending on how you work them. Dexter, the one thing you got to worry about with Loomis and Grimes is them going too comedic too long. They got to know when to end the comedy and go into the beating. But I do got faith in them. I got faith in this card.
The triple threat match. Any hopes that that's going to be a good?
Yeah. All three of them are great workers. I mean, Gargano is a legend without ever without even really having to go to the main card. Damian Priest can go on to be one of the biggest baby faces of all time. And Leon Ruff is telling an underdog tale of the year. Not the underdog tale of the year, but one of them.
So, at the end of the day, we agree on 2 of the 5. So we will keep track of, and I'll post them on Twitter. One
of us will post them on Twitter.
Yeah. You might have to handle the late night duties depending on how much time that runs us, basically. But
that's our predictions from Smash.
Real quick, what's the best match of the night, hands down?
Undisputed Era and Kings of NXT.
All right, you heard it from here. Let's hopefully say it's a 5-star match. Until next time.
Bye-bye.